Dutchy, welcome to the channel and let's get right into this video. Alright, so this is a bit of a different guide. It's not going to be your normal thing. Now this is more of going inside the mind of a player who is playing Junkrat. Now if you hate Junkrat, this is a perfect guide for you to destroy him because you'll know how he thinks. Or if you are new to Junkrat, this is also a perfect guide to help you out on how to actually think like a good Junkrat as well. But even if you've been playing Junkrat for quite a while, you might actually learn a few things here and there. So, well, stay tuned and let's get into the video properly now. Alright, so let's start off with that little clip you just seen before with me killing the Pharah. Now, when it came to the Pharah, it was actually pretty simple. I just needed to set up. I knew there was a Pharah around there and I needed to get her into a position where I could easily kill her. Now, I didn't just jump for her straight away. Instead of that, I actually waited a little while until I seen that she was in the optimal position for me to actually take care of her. I also made sure I had a mine that was already placed down, so I already had a cooldown on it. The most preferable thing with a situation like this is to actually get right into the Pharah's face so you have an easy target to hit. Just remember, your projectiles are actually quite slow and a Pharah can easily dodge them from a distance. But straight up close, there was just no way the Pharah was going to be able to dodge it, and you just do your 1-2 mine combo and they're basically dead instantly. Now, preparation is very important, but you don't have to set up for something literally ages in front. You can actually set up for things that are literally happening right in front of you. For example, with this Mei right here, I'm easily able to kill her just because of a little bit of preparation I did before she came out of the ice. So basically what happens in this little situation, as soon as I see Mei go into her ice form, I immediately throw out a trap right behind her. Straight away afterwards, I try to fire at a spot that would bounce her straight into my trap, allowing me to get a nice and easy kill on the Mei. Now I also knew that she didn't have anything else to defend her with because her wall was already gone and well, she was already coming out of her ice form, so she couldn't use that either. Now this one's a little bit similar to the Mei one that we just had, except this time it's with a Zen. Now the Zen right here is trying to make sure that the payload gets stalled for as long as possible because they're about to be in overtime. So he pops his ult so he's invincible for a little while and waiting for his team. The only thing is though is that he tried to get away at the last second, but I wouldn't allow him because of my trap. So basically what I do just before his ult actually finishes, I quickly throw down a trap right at his feet and I'm able to actually lock him in there, allowing me to deal some serious damage as he's about to get out of it. Now it's very important that you actually are patient with these things, because if I wasn't patient and the Zen would have actually been free while he was going out of Transcendence, he could have actually killed me if he was a good enough Zen. And this Zen player was actually pretty decent. Now at the start of this push map, one of the first things I always like to do is actually kind of spam that little choke over there, because a lot of times people are using that as cover right there, and if I can actually make sure that people back up over there, even if I don't get a kill, I can still make sure we buy space. And one of the best things to do with Junkrat is always using cover, and one of the best covers in the game will always be the payload, or on the push maps it will be this robot with the walls. Now if you angle it right, you can easily shoot over the robots and actually deal a little bit of damage or even get a nice pick. Now in this situation right here, I don't actually see any enemies, but I do see my Reinhardt going in for the battle. Now I see him swinging his hammer and I know that he will most likely be right next to someone. So what I like to do when I see a Reinhardt swing, I like to fire towards the Reinhardt and what he's sort of swinging at. Even if I don't see the target, I will still be able to hit something and most likely get a kill, or help the Reinhardt kill something. Now positioning is very important for Junkrats, especially when you know where the enemy is gonna be. For example, right here, I know that the enemy will most likely come up to this high ground to actually have the high ground, and if they do have the high ground, they can easily rain death from above on my allies. So instead of grouping up with my allies, I actually set up into an area where I can make sure that I can get an easy kill on one of the targets. In this case, it was the soldier. Then straight away afterwards, instead of them having the high ground, I will have the high ground, and I can even jump down and actually help the people in the brawl itself. Now it's always very important in Overwatch to make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. For example, in this little clip right here, I actually try to get a little bit of a sneaky one because I know I'm gonna have my ult soon. And I get over there, but I noticed that the Mercy did see me. So what I'll actually do, I'll pretend like I actually didn't realize that the Mercy would have seen me, and I will actually pop my ult and wait for the Mercy for a split second, and then bam. Now some people will probably think it's a stupid idea to actually do this because, well, you only get one kill. But one kill can basically turn the entire battlefield. I mean, think about it, Mercy was literally just a support that could literally resurrect someone, so if I would have killed anyone else but Mercy at the beginning, she would have been able to easily res that person, and then the fight would continue on 5v5, if they haven't killed one of our guys already. If you guys are liking the video so far, by the way, why not like, why not subscribe, and do all that kind of stuff? I would really, really appreciate it. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so in this nice little situation over here, it's just the start of the game, and I'm just quickly spamming the choke so they can't push up properly. One thing I do realize after a little while though is that they actually have a Widowmaker. So instead of me actually peeking out anymore, I actually make sure I get into an angle where I can actually keep shooting and at the same time get some nice cover so the Widow can't one-shot me. Now I know we also have a Reinhardt, so we have a little bit of cover if I really want to poke out, but the thing is I know Reinhardts are really bad for dropping their shields as soon as it's the worst time for you. A Widow's aiming straight at your face, and that's exactly when they're gonna drop the shield. So instead of just risking that, I'm actually just making sure I have nice cover and I secure my own life. Now in this next little clip, I actually have a Doom that approaches us and is actually trying to stall the point for as long as he can so his team can come back. The only thing is though, I really don't want them to do this, so what I do, I actually pop the ult, use myself as bait, and then as soon as the Doom comes, I kill him instantly with my tire. Now one thing I actually did do wrong in this is actually type in LOL, because in that little time that I typed that in, I could have actually saved myself and made sure that my team had some more backup. My team did actually end up cleaning up for me, but I should never rely on my own team to actually do stuff like that. You should always make sure that you are in the right positions at the right times. Now in this next little bit, a lot of things happen. First of all, a Reaper tries to take us on and actually kill us quickly with his ultimate. The thing is though, I cannot kill him quickly with my abilities because I cannot do 250 damage straight away. So one of the best things you can usually do is try to get him as low as possible by just shooting him and also bouncing him away so he can't really do too much damage to people. Luckily though, my team actually helped and we were able to quickly kill him before he could do any proper damage. Straight away afterwards, a Orisa tries to come in and quickly ult us all. Luckily for me, I actually had an escape way with my concussion mine. Now at this point I also realized that my ultimate is very, very close. So what I end up doing is actually I go onto the high ground so I'm as close as possible to them, but they don't have a line of sight on me, and then I quickly pop my ultimate so I can rip-tire them and kill them quickly.
I have the high ground!
Now my positioning here was very important because 1, they couldn't hit me, but 2, I can easily hit them with my riptire. In this situation right here, we are actually a little bit in a pickle because the enemy just killed us all and we are trying to get back to the payload as soon as possible so we can actually kill them. My first thought was, because my teammates are attacking from the left, I'll start attacking from the right with my riptire, allowing me to quickly get a kill in the back lines. Now usually I don't go for suicide runs or anything like that, but this time I actually went for a little bit of a suicide run because there was no other option really. I only needed to stall out a little bit because I knew the Orisa was nearby, but in the end I do end up dying. I knew I was most likely gonna die in this situation, that's why I actually stuck as close as I could to the payload and also to the person that I just trapped, allowing me to get a kill with my Total Mayhem passive ability. After that, it's a simple cleanup job and we win. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. It's a little bit of an in-depth sort of thing about what I think about when I'm playing Junkrats and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys liked it. I'm also thinking about doing a Lucio or a Moira one soon, or maybe even a Reinhardt, because I do play those characters a lot as well. So, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, why not like, why not subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye!